Hello, everyone. This is Sinema77, horror and cult film lover. I'm back with another movie review. Tonight, we're going to review another. I'm going to get back to like the thrillers and everything else. This one here just kind of stuck out to me, and thought I'd go ahead and just give it a review, just give a couple of thoughts on it. And yeah, the I think you've already seen by the title, we're reviewing a 2008 adult film from Zero Tolerance Productions, highdefinition.com. And the movie we're talking about is called Harry Movie. Now, the movie has Sasha Grey, Mika Tan, Lexi Love, Sarah Faye, Max Makita, Jocelyn Stone, Kimberly Kane. Plus, you have, of course, male actors in here as well. One I noticed was James Dean, who I have to admit I'm not the biggest fan of his because, I didn't mind him so much. I mean, if you look back on the channel, I reviewed the movie The Canyons, where he was in that movie. That was kind of his, I guess that was supposed to be like his mainstream debut, where he acted with Lindsay Lohan. But, I've since heard that he was one of those kind of adult actors. Like when he was doing scenes with actresses, he would tend to get just a little too rough with the ladies on the set. And so, yeah, I wasn't particularly a fan of that. But so anyway, this movie, it's a series of six sequential, sex scenes, hardcore sex scenes and things. And all six scenes have this one running theme throughout every single one of them. I think you can already guess what that is. Now, the movie is called Harry Movies, so the ladies have hairy foo-foos. We'll just call it that. They have hairy foo-foos. Now, that's kind of a thing. That would be I think that would probably be the biggest deciding factor if you're going to watch this movie. And one thing I was actually happy about was this movie came with well, if you remember when I did the Hooker Hookups review, I couldn't show that because the cover art and everything was too explicit. This one here I like in the sense that this one has a reversible sleeve. I can't show you the inside, obviously, but this one here has a reversible sleeve where they have, the bikinis on and lingerie, and you can see it on the back too. Here's the rogues gallery of lovely ladies that are in this movie. And, so it's actually kind of nice that, I can actually show this in the video. I don't think it's going to cause too much of a problem because look at all the other videos I've shown on this channel. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be too big of a deal. But, anyway, so it's six sequential sex scenes. And what I did was, and I don't usually do this, but I went ahead and I just decided to go through it and kind of almost judge it based on, the actress, not just by the way they look, but by their technique as well. And I ended up putting together my top six list here of, who I thought was the best at it. And so anyway, so yeah, pretty much. But like I said again, I got this off of CD Universe for $6.99. You could check; it might still be on there, available for that price. But what's crazy about this is when I bought this, the Blu-ray was $6.99, but the DVD was $15.99. Go figure. But anyway, so that would be, like I said, that would probably be about the biggest deciding factor if you're gonna get into this movie. Is do you like women who have furry foo-foos? And for me, it doesn't bother me at all. It's like I could go either way, but I do know that there are men out there who are very particular. They don't like women with hair down there, and they prefer a woman when she shaves, things like that. And but I do know guys out there too. They can't stand. I've heard actually guys say, like, I don't like women with shaved vaginas. It looks like baby genitalia. It's gross, and they don't like it. So it just depends on what your preference is. Me, I can go either way. It doesn't bother me at all. But anyway, so the first scene I believe is yeah, I think the first scene is the one with Jocelyn Stone. Now, Jocelyn Stone is the curvy, voluptuous beauty that we have right here, and also you can see her right there. And I would put this scene at my number 3 spot. I'll get to why it doesn't rank a little bit higher in just a minute, but the reason why is Jocelyn Stone. She does have she does have a good overall technique in terms of how she performs. In terms of or at least in my opinion. And that's another thing though too is like, see, I rank these based on what my favorite scenes were, but I know that a lot of people out there, they're gonna it's all it's objective, or it's subjective. It's all a matter of taste. And in the case of Jocelyn Stone scene, I mean, it's not that it was a bad scene at all. The scene has a little bit of a lead into it. You got Jocelyn; she's on the side of the road. She's wearing this very tight, very high cut, revealing dress, and she's wearing high heeled shoes and stuff. And so she's just by the side of the road. Her truck is stalled. She can't get it to start. Well, this gentleman comes up, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really look into the guys' names, to be honest with you. But anyway, he comes up, he's tells her he'll go ahead and help her out. And so he checks the truck, and then turns out like, I think it was a loose wire on the battery. So he gets in, he starts up the truck. So she's happy, and she's like, oh my god, thank you, I thought I was going to have to walk all the way back and everything. He's like, yeah, I just come from there, my house is right over here and all this stuff. And so she's all like, well, how can I thank you? He's all like, well, and so they start fooling around, and they're doing some things inside of the truck and all this kind of stuff. And he's touching her and all this stuff. And it's kind of really hard to talk about this stuff, isn't it? But anyway, and she performs oral sex on him. And like I said, I do think she has a good technique, and the way she does it, and I know a lot of people are kind of like, well, dude, a blowjob is a blowjob. It's like, no, it depends on usually it depends on who's giving it, because I've been in I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm not trying to show off or anything like that. It's just I've been in situations where the woman who was giving me oral sex, she was really good at it, really skilled, not putting her down, not calling her any names or anything like that, but just she knew what she was doing. She knew how to handle it. And then I've been in situations where the woman, just no. She claimed she had all this experience, and she claimed that her bedroom skills were, bar none. But no. I mean, if you get around enough, you're going to notice the difference. Anyway, but so yeah, I put her scene as number 3. Anyway, so I'm going to go through the list here. My number 1 favorite scene is the one with Lexi Love and Sarah Faye. Right there. And are they here on again? Yeah, down here too. I would say that one was my number 1 favorite scene, obviously, because it's it's a 3-way, a guy and 2 girls, which, I mean, come on, I'm pretty sure, the biggest majority of the biggest majority of the audience who watches my videos, you're men, and I'm sure we all fantasize about the idea of, 2 women at one time, and I like the way that they did this. I like the way it plays out. And, just, both of the girls have a great technique, the way they do this. Lexi Love is actually one of my favorite adult film stars. I did, this was last year, I believe it was, when I did the porn theme week, which I need to get around doing more theme weeks again. But when I did the porn theme week, we had, she was one of the ones I did a top 10 favorite pics video on her. It's still up if you want to go look at it. But she's definitely one of my favorite adult stars. I don't know if she's even still working in adult films or not, but she's definitely one of my favorites. And the fact too that she's a squirter, that doesn't hurt matters any, I think. So I do admit I like that sort of thing. So I know a lot of people are grossed out by it, but I enjoy it. So that one would be my number 1 favorite scene. And then, big shocker, number 2. I think this is going to be kind of a shock, but number 2 obviously is Sasha Grey. Sasha Grey, just I mean, and like I said, just the she was number 2. The only reason she didn't do number 1 is because, like I said, with the number 1 scene was because of the, it's a 3-way. It's played out very well. It really. I mean, obviously, if you watch adult films, it's always supposed to tap into adult male fantasy, which this scene plays very nicely into it. It's like the guy comes home and the 2 women, they're showing off their furry foo-foos. And so the guy comes in, and Lexi Love is like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing home so early?" And Sarah Faye's like, "Who cares? He's home. Let's go." And they're like, "Yeah." So so that's kind of I mean, that kind of plays into male fantasy. I mean, I think we all, if you're a man and you fantasize about being in a three-way with two women, you're gonna be like, you want to come in and they're just like happy to see you and ready to go, and ready to have fun and all this kind of stuff. It's like, um, I don't think you want to walk in the door and she's, and they're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, that piece of shit's home." I don't think anybody wants to deal with that. But number two, definitely with the bullet, is Sasha Grey, obviously, because, she's definitely one of my favorites. Her beauty, her skills, everything, the way she does things is, really good. Jocelyn Stone, she got the number three mark because of, uh, it's like when I think of in terms of women that I've been with. Again, I'm not trying to shoot my mouth off. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I know it sounds that way, but that's not really what I'm trying to do. But the a woman like Jocelyn Stone, that's usually the kind of women that I've been involved with. Women of her size, the curvy, voluptuous woman, which I'm not complaining, but beautiful, curvy, voluptuous blonde. That's usually that's been the kind of women I've been able to attract. It's like not as much anymore, but at one point that's pretty much what I could do. And so the majority of the women who were good enough to sleep with me were women, shaped like her and everything. And she does have a great technique, and um, so the relatability factor plays into it. And I think that's how it would be for anybody who watches these kind of movies. You would go based on your experience. So if you're saying, so if you're like, well, I'm the kind of guy like, women who look like Sasha Grey are the kind of women that I could attract, and then that's going to be the kind of women that you're gonna be like, I identify with her strongly because, that's the kind of woman, from sense memory and everything else. That's the kind of woman that I've been with. Then we move on to the next one. Is my next favorite is Max Makita, and I'm embarrassed to say that I don't know which one she is. I want to say that this is her, I think. So anyway, I believe that's her anyway. But yeah, just the reason why I picked her at number four is, just like her style, her look, her technique, the way she performs, and things like that. And I mean, it's um, also too, it's like there's, they do everything, so there's, you get anal, you get oral, you get all that fun stuff in there. So, that's why she got the number four spot, which, but, but, I did kind of put her lower only because I have to admit, I don't have experience with women like her. So, and then number five is Kimberly Kane, who is the blonde here in the red. And you can see her again right there. So, and the scene takes place in a bathroom, and she's washing her furry foo while her man is standing at the sink, and he's shaving and everything. And so she's using shampoo to make the hair nice and soft and everything. And that's one thing too I enjoy, is like when you have a woman with a furry foo and she's she she washes it and uses shampoo and stuff to keep the hair soft and everything else. I like that sort of thing. That's just me personally. But so anyway, so it's pretty standard scene. It's fine. Overall it's fine. Just kind of, it is what it is. She does okay. I mean, it's like not my favorite in terms of technique, but it's fine. It'll do. And then Mika Tan is actually the final one, which I believe this is her right there, and her right up there. And just I mean, yeah, it was okay. Just it was just kind of a regular scene. I mean, I do appreciate the fact that that her look and just her style is kind of spastic, if you want to use that. Just I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like when she's, just like when she's giving oral sex, and her head just kind of all over the place, and it looks more ridiculous and it looks sexy or alluring and things like that. So, but I mean, that's just my overall opinion on this. It's like, you can definitely make up your own mind about what you prefer, what you don't prefer, that sort of thing. But anyway, that's just me. But yeah, so my number one favorite scene is Lexi Love and Sarah Faye. My number two is Sasha Grey, our cover girl here. Number three, Jocelyn Stone, the curvy voluptuous blonde. Number four, Max Makita. Number five, Kimberly Kane, and number six, Mika Tan. So, but honestly, if you're the kind of guy like you don't like women with furry foo-foo, you're not gonna like this. But if you know that doesn't bother you, if you're into that sort of thing, like I said, this only cost me $6.99 on CD Universe, so I say go ahead and look into it and check it out for yourself and make up your own mind. It's like you may agree with me, you may strongly disagree with my choices. So, but anyway, that's pretty much going to do it. I just thought it'd be kind of this one just kind of popped. It got stuck in my head and just kind of kept creeping and crawling around in there and just didn't want to get out. So I figured I'd go ahead and talk about it. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile pickup, especially if you're collecting adult films and you got $6.99, you want to spend it on a good movie. I definitely say give this a shot. It's worth it. It's beautifully photographed. It's like in high definition. You get beautiful detail and everything else. So yeah, so I say check it out. Anyway, so that's pretty much going to do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And there'll be more videos coming on the way. And until then, take care, stay safe, and, keep yourself occupied while you're staying indoors. This is a good way to do it. But anyway, in all seriousness, so take care of yourselves, stay safe, try to stay healthy. And my best thoughts and best wishes to all of you. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye bye.